If you feel like you have experienced any of the situations that I have discussed before, I'm going to give you 5 simple tips. It can be done daily. It doesn't take that much amount of time. All it needs is a conscious awareness from your side and willingness to change. The first and foremost important tip is sleep. So, good quality 7 hours of sleep. There is something called sleep hygiene. I'm just going to give you 2 tips how to achieve that. Okay. Number one is you need to go to bed approximately around the same time and also wake up from bed approximately the same time as well. For example, if you go to bed at 2 a.m., that's okay. It's not the best, but that's okay. But make sure that you get 7 hours of sleep. So you'll wake up at like 9 a.m. But make sure that you do that every day if that is what your lifestyle is demanding. And number two is you need to dim the lights as much as possible, especially the lights from your phones. Especially during the COVID times, we have been on the phones all the time. There is something called blue light, which has a wavelength almost similar to a sunlight. And the blue light from the tablet, from the phones, goes into your eye, stimulates the retinal receptors and decrease the melatonin, which is a hormone that will help you sleep. I'm pretty sure many of us, including me, we see our phone to check WhatsApp, Facebook, or mail, or anything else on the phone just before going to bed. And the blue light from the phone goes into your eyes, decreases the melatonin, and makes you not have a good sleep. So the sleep hygienists recommend that you shouldn't look into your phone, TV, tablet, or any kind of device at least 1 hour before you go to bed. But in our lifetime, this is not practically possible. So to help us a little bit, all these devices have these blue filters. For example, in iPhone, you have this color filters, and you could click it on and you could choose this blue filter. So that just decreases the intensity a little bit. Preferably completely avoidance is the best thing. But if you can do that, at least do this blue filter so it decreases the intensity of the blue light. The another easy fix is hydration. Your brain needs water to work efficiently. And if you don't drink enough water, dehydration makes it work even harder. And we are at a lot of stress already, putting a lot of stress on the brain, and we don't want it to work even harder than what it's supposed to. We recommend to drink at least 3 liters of water per day on average. So, what I recommend to my patients is to, as soon as you wake up, 1 glass of water, and, like 1 or 2 glasses of water before and after breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The third important tip is maintaining a gratitude journal. I know it sounds like a melodrama Bollywood movie, but this actually works. The main problem what we have is we do not appreciate what we have. We spend most of our time in our life looking for something that we don't have. For example, we get into an engineering college, we'll be like, oh, we didn't get into an IIT. And if you have an apartment, you'll be like, oh, I didn't have a house. If you have one kid, you'll be like, oh, if you have a second kid, it will be a complete family. So it's always the next step. I think it is time for everybody to realize to take a pause and then appreciate what we have and then stop complaining about what we don't have. And the biggest thing that we can do for ourselves is to maintain a gratitude journal of appreciating the things that we have been blessed with. So how you do this is, you could take a notepad or like a small note section on your phone and then choose a time, either before you go to bed or you wake up at the first thing in the morning, and just write a simple sentence, I'm grateful for. And it could be anything. For example, I'm grateful for my work, and then you should write why you are grateful for. Without work, what will happen in your life? Without work, I'll be financially restrained and I cannot raise my family. And without work, I will not be able to see patients, something like that. And or it could be like, I'm grateful for my wife. Even though she drives me crazy, I can't imagine a life without her. And make sure that you show it to her so that you could get some brownie points. And I think that's a good idea. The bottom line is we need to appreciate what we have. Self-contentment is extremely important. And with our busy lifestyle, I think that is an important piece that is missing. So the fourth important tip is meditation. And as soon as I say meditation, people like, I know about this. But it is time to include that in your daily lifestyle to boost up your mental health. Multiple research studies shows that mental health is significantly increased or improved by meditation techniques. The technique doesn't matter as long as you do that on a daily basis. What I use is something called Heartfulness. I like this organization because it is not for profit and they don't charge you anything. They're not oriented towards money. I will leave the link below, and if you are interested, I can talk about this on the separate video as well. This is a long-term investment that you're going to do it for yourself. It's like mutual funds. It's going to reap benefits significantly down the road. So do not ignore this and try to include this on your lifestyle. And the last thing I want to say about is social connection. We talk about social distancing. It shouldn't be termed social distancing. It should be physical distancing, but social connection. As human beings, social connection is extremely critical to boost up our mental health. One simple tip is write down 3 important people in your life and make sure that you talk to them at least 5 minutes once a week. When I say talk to them, it has to be with 100% attention. It's not like, when you walk in treadmill or when you drive or when you are eating or when you're watching TV. Especially, I've seen people talking to mom and dad, including me, doing something else, and we're not focused in our conversation. Even if you talk like 5 minutes, make sure that you give your 100% attention to that 5-minute conversation, and that's going to give you significant amount of satisfaction compared to spending 30 minutes multitasking. Alright, so let me just summarize all these 5 simple tips. Number 1, good quality 7 hours of sleep. Number 2, hydration, at least 3 liters of water per day. Number 3, maintaining a gratitude journal, at least once or twice a week. Number 4 is including meditation in your daily life. Number 5, that social connection. Most importantly, 100% attention to people you're talking over the phone. Hope this helps, and together we can fight this mental health. So it's absolutely important that we be proactive and take control of the situation. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.